Oh, watch it beat the. What's going on, everybody? Here we are, live and direct. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties, but we were able to get IT on the phone and figure it out. You know, that's what comes with having fast-speed internet here in the United States. We could just call it
great fast-speed internet
to get it taken care of. So here we are. Welcome to Main Event Vixer, episode 31. I am the Great Brown Hope. I am joined by Tim Vicious and
hey guys.
Hey, what's up? Hey, and I was about to say, man, every time it rains over by my house, my internet decides to buffer every 5 seconds. It's so much fun. So I'm going to need some of that high-speed internet sent to Wisconsin over here. GB.
You got to get some...
what you got, like Dish Network or something, man?
J Gold's always selling files. You got to get files.
I don't know. It's both crap.
Erie Spectrum's got Erie by the balls, man.
Spectrum sucks. I remember it used to be Time Warner Cable.
No, it was Time Warner until Spectrum bought them.
Yeah, that's just what happens. But
be like that.
I wanted to get you guys together. I wanted to get a group together. You know, talk WrestlePalooza. So called the bosses up, said, "Hey, let's do a mixer." So
I mean, Kyle's holding it down in Indianapolis at the show. I think he's close there now.
Otherwise, he'd probably be right here hosting. So, but I mean, other than that. Before we get to WrestlePalooza, did you guys get a chance to check out SmackDown?
Yes,
I saw it last night, and I gotta say, I never thought I'd ever say this, but thank God for Cody Rhodes and R-Truth, because they explained on how the hell to be able to watch the damn show tonight a hell of a lot easier than anyone on ESPN did.
Oh yeah.
I'm still trying to figure it out how to do it because I have ESPN, so I'm sitting here trying to wait until they can allow us to try to watch the pre-show, because if I don't have to spend the $30, I really don't want to, because I have it with the YouTube TV subscription, and they said that was part of it. Just if anybody does have YouTube TV out there, you know.
Yeah. Well, I got terrestrial cable at my house, and if you download the ESPN app, you sync it to your cable provider. They give you a link for it. I had to do it a few years ago with Fox when SmackDown was on Fox.
Hate it.
And you set it up like that, and then next thing you know, you make a Disney account. Bing, bang, boom, you're all set.
Bing, bang, boom. I like it. I did see also, for people that I said it on SmackDown yesterday, just while we're talking about the ESPN, they do have the non-ad version for the $30. And then you do have the ad version for $30, and then a non-ad version for $44. But they're actually doing a promotion for a year that it's actually the same price for the ad version as it is for the non-ad version, for the first 12 months. So if anybody doesn't have it, you could spend I think $34 with tax that you can get the non-ad, and you should be able to get it for a year. In case anybody, you know. In case anybody's still trying to figure out how to use it.
Are you sponsored by ESPN or something? Because you broke that down pretty well there.
I just because I tried to do it myself yesterday.
You still can't sell me on it. You're not going to make me get it.
I will say this for those. I will say this for those who may not be able to watch. Instead of watching on ESPN, I'm pretty sure they're going to be watching on VPN. Wink, wink.
Oh yeah. But I did see you could bypass it with VPN. So I mean, who knows? You gotta do what you gotta do.
See what happens, because shall be an interesting thing. But the one thing I did say is, if they're gonna have this now be a PLE or pay-per-view and all of this and that, I feel like if we're gonna be paying, they have to have something happen at these shows, because there's no back in the day we paid $60 and there's these shows that we would watch that were awful and that would have these endings that were so you just want us to go back to watch Raw? And then there were times where you'd watch Raw and then they'd replay it because they'd have some snowstorm. I remember always there was one year after Royal Rumble, they played the Royal Rumble match on Raw.
Oh, man, I remember that one.
And it was like, so I paid $60 to watch the Royal Rumble, and then I could have just waited 24 hours and watched it again. And at that time, I was in school, so I really didn't wasn't on social media. So I knew who won, obviously. But, yeah, I don't know. That's the one thing I'm worried about is it's like I'm going to pay this money, and if people are going to be upset and pissed about it. And also, got to make sure, hopefully, that they have it all figured out because hopefully there's no buffering and stuff, especially on the app. Because if people remember back with WrestleMania 30, when they did it on the network, it buffered for me all day. It was awful. I had a party and we were sitting there watching it buffer every 5 seconds.
Well, I mean, I don't think it'll be an issue. ESPN puts on live sports all the time. It's just a matter of what you use to stream it and your internet service. So, I mean, if you're already watching basketball, football, hockey, whatever, and it's working just fine, that's what you can expect here. Yeah. And it's not going to be a change in traffic either because ESPN is watched by multiple different sports, and then there's all kinds of other stuff that they throw on there. Sometimes they just have talk shows, and they have millions of people tune in. I don't think we're going to see that big of a change in numbers. If anything, it'll be drastically less. Less viewers will be watching.
Jeff Jarrett said something a couple years ago about what wrestling fans saying. Wrestling fans are some of the most diehard out there because if it's going to change from one channel to another or a different time slot or whatever, they're going to find a way come hell or high water. And yeah, that's the gospel truth.
Yeah, but there's, you still got to take into account everybody's either got cable or certain applications that they use, certain streaming services, and $30 could make a difference. It could make the difference between, and you got to pay for Netflix to watch Raw. NXT,
so got to pay for Peacock.
Cable basic TV.
Well, CW is free, ain't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. NXT is basic cable or free TV.
With the antenna, you can get that for free.
Yeah. And then SmackDown's
but
on
you also,
USA.
They still will be having the NXT PLEs on Peacock. So it's just the main
that's another thing too.
PLEs. So,
and quarterly Saturday night main events, yeah.
If you put that together,
and they just raised the price to Peacock to $18.99 now.
It's worth it. I like it. That's even when they added the network to it, I thought it was a good deal for $13. I mean, I didn't get ads for the TV shows I like to watch on there. I do a lot of streaming on there for the TV shows.
Man, I cannot watch anything with ads. It makes it so I literally had to get rid of ads on most of my streaming because I just could not watch any TV shows. I was watching My Name Is Earl after we were talking about it in the group chat and rewatched the series. And
it's the same thing as watching TV. So you're gonna get commercials. So either you sit through commercials or you can put the difference and not.
And that's the one thing too with the you're still going for people that if you're thinking you're not going to get ads, you're still going to get ads with the PLEs. It's more or less just like the TV shows or like a replay maybe. And that's the one thing I'm also interested. Like if we pay for it, are we able to go back and watch the replay? Is it just like how it is on the net, like Peacock, or is it just like?
Well, I checked the ESPN's FAQs on that. They said that it'll be up a little after the show airs. They didn't give a specific time frame, so. My guess, anywhere between maybe a day, to a few hours.
Yeah, just gotta cover all the bases in case anybody is curious, because I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of questions. People are like, I can't figure this out, and it's like 6.
Oh God, yeah, dude.
Especially with John and Brock, John and Brock starting us off. There's gonna be people that should probably do it earlier than later. Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, I spent all of last week up until last night chasing shadows, trying to figure out how the hell to watch it. Because it kept leading me saying, well, you got to download this, you got to do that, you got to do this. And it's like, what the fuck?
You gotta love it. Well, we got 5 matches to talk about. Are you ready to talk about them?
Yeah, give me a sec. I'm trying to fix my audio.
You sound fine on our end.
I'm switching over to headphones.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't hear no echoing or anything.
Nah, you're coming in all good on me. No echoes. I know. I should probably get some sound.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Yep. Check. 1, 2, 3.
All right, cool. But did anything good happen on SmackDown before we go over these matches? Anything of significance? Oh, I saw my girl Nia Jax cut a killer promo as always, letting people know she's
the
boss.
Well, they're getting a triple threat match next week for the title. Tiffany, Jade, and Nia.
That makes
Uncle
sense.
Howdy made a couple appearances. As Tim said, R-Truth, I think, explained the ESPN about 15,000 times. Brock Lesnar wants to beat John Cena's ass. Oh, Corey Graves died.
Yeah, apparently. Because Michael Cole got up from the commentary table to go to the back to interview Brock. Brock's music hit, and Cole got this look like he got PTSD when he got F5. When he got an F5 so hard his shoe came off.
What the hell?
Graves came in to try and save him, and next thing you know, Graves got F5 for it.
I thought you guys were being serious. I was like, damn, what the hell?
No, dude, we are being serious.
I mean, the one thing about that too, and Kyle even said it on X yesterday. What if this is a way for Corey to maybe get a match or in a Rumble or something, because he hasn't taken a bump and he was part of NXT Black and Gold all the way back in the day, and he had to retire.
He did get medically cleared, yeah.
You know what I mean, like that, because obviously I don't think he'd take that bump if he wasn't somewhat cleared in a way. So just keep an eye out. Maybe we see Corey Graves down the road, and as they seem to write him off TV, maybe he's going to spend some time with Mella, as I'm sure people know she's pregnant again, and I think she's due soon. So maybe that was the reason why they wrote him off for a little bit. I don't know.
Maybe.
But why do they keep? I'm kind of scared to become a broadcaster in WWE now. I don't know if I can take an F5 from Brock Lesnar or something. You know, shit.
I just want the Joe Test job because nobody ever messes with him.
And I ain't saving Michael Cole's ass. I'm sorry, Michael. I love you, but I ain't saving your ass. You take the F5. I ain't taking it.
There's still the time that Dio Madden ate an F5 too, and they never continued that. And that guy was, I mean, he still is. Mace is a fucking unit.
That's right. Yeah. When Mace was,
that's right. And when he got F5 by Lesnar, like he towered over Lesnar, didn't he? He looked taller than Lesnar. I remember, if I remember correctly.
I don't remember now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was.
And then he was gone. That's it. He was gone.
Yep. And then he came back in Retribution.
Yeah, but they never continued that storyline. Like that would have been like a one-off match. Like maybe Lesnar would have whooped his ass, but it would have been a way to introduce Dio Madden as a superstar, because he was an absolute unit when he came in, dude. So, and even more so now. And those were the kind of guys they wanted, those big guys. And especially if you look bigger than Lesnar, like when Lesnar and Keith Lee went face to face at the Rumble. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
And Lesnar was like, "Whoa, this is a big motherfucker."
Yeah, the break down.
I think we're definitely getting
the two chapters.
Lesnar,
one half when Brock was kicking ass, and then the other half after Brock got out.
That was crazy. He went into the Rumble as the champion, and he was like, "Fuck it, like I'm gonna beat all y'all, so I could take the night off at WrestleMania." Like that was just more than enough for me to be like, "This is gonna be
a fucking heel move right there."
And you got a little bit of everything too, with Shelton Benjamin and him throwing out Shelton, like, and then Drew McIntyre being able to be the one to get him out. Damn.
And when he was grooving the MVP, when MVP's music was.
He was dancing, yo. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that. I got like a bunch of errands to do, so I'm probably gonna do that. I'm gonna rewatch that Rumble. That Rumble was pretty fun. But all right, it sounds like nothing special really happened then. But I mean, hey, you get a women's championship match next Friday. That sounds like a reason to tune in. You know what I mean?
We also had the return of Paul Heyman.
I saw that. Yeah,
Paul Heyman returned. Right. Brock saw him and said, "We need to talk." And
do we think we're getting the biggest War Games match ever with Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins? Are we possibly getting 5-on-5? Because I don't know. It seemed like Paul wants some favor. Brock wants him to call him. So I don't know. That would be interesting. I think that would be a good way to sell War Games this year, is that you could promote it the biggest War Games match in WWE history. Blah, blah, blah. You know how they always do the nonsense.
They once did a 3-on-3-on-3, so they could.
That's true.
That would be freaking nuts. I'm just imagining if Brock starts going into suplex mode, just imagine him throwing suplexes into suplexing people into the cages.
Well, yeah, and I even said it too. Like they could have Becky and AJ be a part of that if they wanted to have like one woman a part of each team. Have like Becky obviously be part of Seth's team, and have AJ if they wanted to. You know what I mean? I don't know, just the option, because they also see. I don't know. On Tuesday, I just wanted to mention. I thought we were getting Shawn and Triple H NXT versus NXT at something after William Regal came out and said War Games. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he did that just because.
Obviously, it was just to get the pop and all that. But at first, like for a glance, I was like, "Are we really getting this?" So, but yeah, no, nothing crazy happened on SmackDown that was like, "Oh my God, let's talk about it."
Yeah, but speaking of Paul Heyman, we'll talk about this one first. We got Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker versus the Usos.
The Bronsons.
I'll throw it to you first, Tim.
I'm saying it's the Bronsons. Reed and Breaker get the win. You know, they've been running hot since they started teaming up. And honestly, I see them guys chasing after the Raw tag titles relatively soon. Just have Judgment Day, drop them to somebody to be a transitional champ instead of having heel versus heel. That way, then they can get the gold, and then Seth can make the argument that their team holds all the gold because he's got the world. Becky's got the IC. They got the tags.
I mean, I think it would definitely be a good way to get it off the Judgment Day, because what in the hell have the Judgment Day actually done with the tag titles since it's like they win them and then they just hold them. There's no reason for it.
Like that's not even in a holding ransom. Like, I'll defend it when I'm ready.
Well, is there even a system over at Raw? How many tag teams are there? Are they even having, tag matches? Do they have number one contenders? You got to take that into consideration too. So you can't just put it on the Judgment Day here. Don't be throwing shade at Finn Balor and Jordan Devlin McDonough over there. Team.
I ain't throwing
shade on nobody. They booking ain't. How did Finn Balor? I said it on the mixer. How does Finn Balor feel more relevant on NXT in 5 minutes than he has on the main roster in like a year and a half, 2 years?
Well, that's
like why? Like how does NXT make these superstars
like
feel? I just don't get it. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And that's my problem with it, where it's like I
think he's doing a great job on Raw. He's on Raw every single week.
He plays. It's like he's doing like the playing the mind games, pulling strings behind the shadows.
He's in AAA. You know what I mean? Like, the TV time he's getting, there's an obvious reason he was at NXT as well, but still, he's as relevant as he's ever going to be, if not more, which he will be. So he's everything. I mean, if you're on TV on a weekly basis, more than once a week, you're doing something right.
I guess you're right. I guess you're right. If you're on TV, you're getting paid still, right? That's all that matters, right?
And Judgment Day's been around for a long time. They haven't broken up. They found a way to, keep the door moving, keep people coming in and out, making it work, making it gel. And right now, the person that's the number one in Judgment Day is Dominic Mysterio. So, I mean, Finn Balor is doing what veterans like himself do, and he's helping out the other people in the game. He's making people look better, and he's still a champion. And he's part of a stable that's dominating championships. So, and we just had JD McDonough in a Latino American Championship match. Who's to say we don't see Finn Balor take a AAA championship or a TNA championship one day?
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, he's still relevant. So if he ever does move back up to the top of the card some way, somehow, it's not going to be a thing where he's just put there out of nowhere. He's always been around is the thing. So you keep his popularity, you keep him on TV, keep him bubbling, keep him buzzing, and there's always going to be a spot for him to fill sooner or later. And if not, he'll get to shine in something like a War Games match or in a Royal Rumble match, a Hell in a Cell match, something like that. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't be surprised if we got a little
I hope he gets another
match at WrestleMania between him and Mr. Iguana. That way they could put Demonito on at WrestleMania just to get that pop.
Oh my God! Yep. You're absolutely right on that, because too they're probably going to try to promote the damn puppet too.
Well, of course they will. That's and who gets money out of that? Finn Balor. So
I mean, that's true. As Booker T likes to say, it's all about the checks and championships, right?
Oh yeah, baby.
They get their bonuses, and then there's going to be a bunch of kids now that are going to know Finn Balor because of Juanito. A bunch of kids in AAA are going to be like, "Who's this Finn Balor guy? Who's this guy? Where's he wrestling? Oh, he's from WWE." There's one more kid right there that's going to buy a Juanito and a Finn Balor shirt.
Man, I thought WWE would like move on up, but I guess after the Mr. Sacco and the Cobra, I guess now we have Mr. Iguana and the puppet.
Yeah, they just probably don't want to. I mean, this is a way for them not having to book Mick Foley over and over again, which there's travel and all that stuff, and he's probably got his own thing going on. He makes his own money his way, the way he wants, and he's probably happy. And I don't think he'd want to deal with touring all the time. So.
I mean, if if there's guys that are spending $1,100 like that one guy did at the Devon Dudley signing I went to, then I guess Mick probably making back.
It was you. That was
no,
you.
It was
You
not me. I did not spend $1,100. Bro, I got one signature, and then Devon tried to hit on my mom. I was like, go away.
Nah. I heard you got a Devon Dudley autograph for everyone in the network, and we are so excited to see him.
If I was going to get that, I'd get like a John Cena or like a big name for the network.
Oh,
what you mean?
Just remember, if you got everyone at the network an autograph, there's 2 eyes.
No,
in Vicious.
I'm getting a Rey Mysterio autograph for Great Brown Hope for his birthday.
Oh, hell no. Anyway.
Go ahead, because we have to make the official count. We got to make the
fuck Rey Mysterio.
1 for the fuck Rayo-meter.
All right. We straight off for this one, but yes, if Bronson
I'm going to say the Bronsons win on this one.
We do see them for the tag titles. They were on SmackDown, so who knows? They could win both belts. Wyatt Six win the AAA belts, which will, not make them look as bad when the Bronze beat them for the SmackDown titles. So, yeah, I think the same. Bronze are going to win, but I do see Jey Uso turning on Jimmy.
See, that's what I said.
He ain't no tribal chief. So, and now Jey has to be a tribal chief.
Jey is showing more and more of like the tribal chief Roman tendencies, and I'm definitely for that because it's just like a throwback to when Roman said to him, Jey, you don't get it. My job was to get us to the promised land. Your job's to keep us there.
Yep. Yeah. So that's going to play.
And I think that's going to be the biggest thing too with like the Usos being back together and everything is maybe they can do this and kind of remake up for what happened when their feud at WrestleMania 40 didn't work out. Maybe that's what they want. I don't know. So that's the one reason why I think the Usos are going to lose is because Jay's going to somehow turn something. And again, Triple H keeps saying this is going to be the biggest event, blah, blah, blah. And I hope he freaking keeps his word because he says this all the damn time and nothing ever happens. And
they don't have to do Jimmy versus Jay again. This would just be a way to elevate Jay and get Jimmy off television for a little bit. Otherwise, he's just going to keep floating around the same scene as them, or he's going to end up involved with Jacob and Solo again. Just floating around as like that, like the journeyman tribal guy a bloodline guy that helps out whoever needs his help at that point in time, depending on how he feels at that point of the day. You write him off for a little bit. It comes back later, and then during this tenure, Jay's a bad guy. He starts beating guys like Not from LA Knight, beats up Rey Mysterio.
Is he really a bad guy if he beats up Rey, though?
You got all this beef with Rey.
No, but we're talking about faces. We're talking about faces on Raw to help a heel Jey Uso get over. So, he's already beefing with LA Knight, which these two guys, Yeet versus, now it's going to be heel Jey versus face LA Knight and heel Jey versus Rey Mysterio. Like, this is a chance to elevate Jey Uso to the next level where he oversees what he's going through now after his previous run. So he'll be more of a threat as opposed to being like, oh, this guy's just a transitional champion, or he's the act that's pleasing the stands, the act that's pleasing the fans at the moment. He got over with one word. Little things like that. All of that goes away. Now it becomes a credible second reign. You know what I mean? So what other faces are there that would look good in peril being beaten down by Jey Uso?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It would be interesting to see a heel Yeet man come out and know how they would change the
He no longer says Yeet. He just comes, his music changes, his entrance changes, like his whole aura could change. You know what I mean?
You do a lot of different things.
It's not that the character is stale. I enjoy it. I watch it. It's still awesome to watch the way he connects with that crowd. But there's a lot of character work that still needs to be done. It could be looked at as stale, as repetitive in a sense. And in this case, where he's trying to win more world championships, where you have Seth Rollins, CM Punk. Who else is floating around the main title? Now probably Roman Reigns as well. LA Knight. Where do you factor Jey Uso there? Where do you put him if you don't put him on SmackDown? You're going to kick him back down to the Intercontinental title reign? You know what I mean? It's a heavyweight championship as well.
You have valid points.
But You know, but he's already tasted heavyweight gold. He's not going to want to go back to Intercontinental heavyweight gold. He's going to want the big one. He's going to want to be the tribal chief now. And you continue the bloodline story like this again.
Oh, it never ends. And now they're having baby Usos, and bro, we're gonna be doing this until we're 100.
Yep.
The bloodline story is gonna be going until we're all like floating heads in a jar, like in Futurama.
All right, let's move on to the next one. We got the vacant Women's World Heavyweight Championship up for grabs, but it's not a ladder match, so you have to win by pinfall. We have Io Sky versus Stephanie Baker.
Oh.
Who is going to take this one, Tino?
Gotcha. Yeah. My great grandma was on her. I'm sorry. What did you say?
Who's gonna take this one, Tino?
I've said it. It's time for La Primera to win. I do not want to see Io Sky against Rhea Ripley for the 16,000th time. As much as I love Io, she's had her time. It's time for Miss La Primera to get the opportunity. And after she had to give up the North American title and lost the title to JC Jane, it's time, like I said, to get gold. And I think she was always going to beat Naomi. So I don't think that, and I think that Stephanie could have so many different opportunities and opponents that we have seen. And I think Asuka is going to come out and cost Io Sky, and they're going to continue that. And maybe Kyrie, because Kyrie kind of seems like she's like in the middle. So I think there's going to be a bunch of shenanigans, but Miss La Primera is walking out your winner.
I don't know. I think this one could go differently. I want to see Io Sky take this with the help of Asuka and Kyrie Sane.
Man, I see Steph definitely getting it. I think, like Tino said, man, I'm pretty 10 get you 20. She was supposed to get the win at Clash, but as things happen, she couldn't. The match got pulled, and I think it's kind of better in that sense because now they get to hype up a big premier marquee match on a debut PLE on ESPN, right? So, and what better way to help do that than have her win her first world title on the main roster at the premier show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain Asuka is going to run interference, whether intentionally or by accident, in some way to help Steph get the win. But I don't see her walking out of there without getting the win.
Because if Stephanie gets the win, who does she go up against next? Because if Io Sky loses, we're going to get some sort of interference. There's no reason whatsoever that they're not building the storyline the way that they are with Asuka and Kyrie. So it's either going to be Io versus Asuka, or is it going to be Steph versus Asuka? Or do we get a rematch?
It's going to be Steph with Rhea as the go-between, and then possibly after that, Steph versus Liv. Because she should be due to come back. She should be set to come back relatively soon from that shoulder bump, from that shoulder problem.
Okay. I honestly think it'll be Io Sky here. I just feel like maybe that would be their relationship gels back together, and or they're playing us off for fools, and Io Sky knows that they were going to help, and she gets the championship, and then you have Stephanie still continuing to chase the title. And now in this case, she would have to go up against Io Sky, who now has confirmed that no, it's damage control forever. Like we're gonna stay together. Or do you break up damage control and call it a day?
No, I'm fairly certain damage control is already done after Dakota got cut. Because what was it? Io wound up saying to Asuka and Kyrie, damage control may be done, but we're still buddies.
Okay. See, I missed that. Okay. I don't know. Maybe. I still think Io Sky walks away with this one.
Any other words you got to say, Tino?
I mean, like I said, I don't got too much to say. And even when I did my show, I think that it's going to be Stephanie Valkyrie. And I think that, this is her time to shine. Because, again, what else is she going to do? And, I mean, I don't know. I think the one thing I did say, though, is about with Stephanie winning and everything is I just hope that they wouldn't do the same thing like they've done with Julia, because we obviously seen how Julia's reign has went with the U.S. title. It has not been the best. But I just think they're very high on Stephanie because the fact that she's been in WWE for less than a year, she went from NXT real quick and went to the main roster. And she also was just on the Chris Van Vliet show, and she actually got offered to go right to the main roster. And she said no, she wanted to go to NXT because she wanted to be able to work her way up and learn and everything else like that. So I'm going to stick with Stephanie and just go with that.
Cool. All right, let's move on to the next one.
The next one.
John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness.
I don't see. John's getting the win on this one. You know, we're coming out. We're on the tail end of the retirement tour. You know, want to have the kids that are at the shows have happy memories of seeing John on hit right as he's walking off into the sunset, so to say. You know, I don't see John not getting the win on this.
I don't know. I feel like how many opponents, not matches, but how many opponents do we actually see John have left?
And so how many dates does he have left?
After
tonight. How many dates?
5 after today.
5 after today. So let's just highball and we'll say three out of those 5 dates are going to be matches. All right. So we know the December one's locked in. November, and then so yeah.
So he has 5 dates left. He has this. He has Clash. He has Survivor Series. He has his last date. And then there's a day in November that they said, I was listening to some today that is in Boston. That's his last time in Boston in November. I think they said like 10th or something like that. So
didn't they say he was going to be in New York?
Well, the last thing, the last date is rumored to be in Washington, but it's not official yet.
Didn't they say something about Madison Square Garden?
He's going to have his last appearance at the Garden in October.
No, because they had said it was going to be in Boston, but then they Jay Gold had mentioned that they like put it up for bid or something. So they updated it. They changed it. They changed the. Let me see what I can find.
I thought Washington was the winner.
From what I heard, same here. Washington was the last one with the highest bid.
No, yeah, November 17th. November 17, 2025, Ticketmaster, and they have commemorative chairs for John Cena at the Madison Square Garden in New York.
Of course.
And the chair, let me see what the chair looks like.
They tried to get me to buy a chair, and I went to SmackDown, and it was literally more than the ticket.
Why did you buy the chair?
Huh?
How much did they want for the chair?
It was $400 for the chair.
Why didn't you buy it?
Because I don't have $400. Your boy Tino lives off a disability and
But this is a what? Part of the John Cena tour, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, listen, if I had it, I just can't put myself in a financial, I wish I could.
You should have. You could have sold that for like 4 times as much.
Gotta pay the electric, Gotta have the electric on.
You would have paid the electric for a year with that. Sometimes you just gotta live with candles, dude. Give it 2-3 days, save some money. You'll be all right.
He said they live on candles.
You'll be all right, man. You'll figure it out.
Well, how am I supposed to keep my monarch up as the marathon, man? If I'm not live,
just get a couple hamsters and rig them to a car battery. Rig them to some car batteries.
Solar panels.
You sick? We get a generator.
Easy fix. So we've got those couple days left. Who are those last opponents? If not Brock Lesnar again.
So I'm gonna say John Cena wins because if they were to have another match, I think Brock would win, just like we saw with Cody, where Cena beat Cody and then Cody beat Cena. That is why I think Cena's gonna win this, because they're not gonna have Cena lose on his last match against Brock. At least I don't think so, unless they were gonna try to have Brock, destroy Cena like he did back at SummerSlam 2014 when he took him 70 suplex cities, and John, that might have been one of the worst matches I think I've seen John wrestle ever, where he just got.
Are you kidding? I love that. That was like one of my favorite matches of the year.
I mean, in the aspect of John getting his ass whooped and just getting destroyed. I mean, you know.
Well, that was the point of the match. That was the point of the match, was for him to get his ass whooped, still win. Oh no, wait, did he win or lose that match?
No,
he lost.
Because the only match that he's won against.
I was thinking about the Backlash one.
Oh no, he's got 2 wins over Brock, and one of them is a DQ.
One was at Backlash, right? Where like Brock had beat him to a pulp, and then 5 moves of doom, Cena won. LOL.
Yeah.
And but that was the Backlash after Rock lost to Cena. Cena lost to Rock.
Rules.
I think it was Extreme Rules, because I don't think it was Backlash.
Yeah, it was Extreme Rules in Chicago that he beat Brock Lesnar, because I just watched that. That was what I watched on the half marathon we did. What was that?
Okay.
Yeah. So they but yeah, no, I think Cena's gonna win this, and I mean I don't know that I just can't see Cena losing this match, especially if it is their last match against each other. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, especially you look over Cena's win-loss record since his retirement tour started. He lost the Rumble, and then he won. The only matches I can recall that he lost was technically the Royal Rumble, because he got eliminated, and when he lost the title to Cody.
Yeah, he hasn't lost too much, and I don't know. I think the match that he's going to lose is his last one. I think they're going to have whoever faces him, a Gunther, a Braun Breaker, or somebody like that. I think they're going to put them over. And then Cena's going to get up, and hopefully they don't cut him off, but I hope he gives like a speech and a this and that, and, all my tissues ready.
I guarantee they'll let him go all damn night if they want. If he
fucking better, and not especially because it's on Saturday Night Main Event. Let's hope they don't fucking do the same bullshit that they did last time, where it was let's cut off again. It's Goldberg, whatever, but I mean still.
Well, I'm pretty sure Bret Hart was working in the production truck that night.
He said Bret Hart.
Yep.
That's a whole.
He said this promo is 4 out of 10. Cut him off.
That's a whole nother mixer.
Goldberg couldn't lace up my boots if he ever wanted to.
Oh my God, so dramatic.
But I think Lesnar's gonna take this one. If we're gonna get Brock Cena again, Lesnar's winning this one. For his last opponents, I can't think of anybody, to be honest. I mean, at this point, for what would it be for? You know what I mean? They cut his reign short. Doesn't feel as big of a deal as it felt when he first won it. It would have been great, you know what I mean? Just have him keep the title till he walked out, and in his very last match he loses the title, or have him retire as the champion. Fuck it, they've done it before where they just pull championships out of thin air and say it's a heavyweight championship. But
very well,
I really can't think of anyone that could use the rub or that would benefit from it at this point in time, without proper build-up or a reason to, besides Cody, and that's already happened. It's not going to happen with R-Truth. Could happen there, but
so let me.
I honestly can't think of anybody.
Let me ask you this though about with the Brock match. What's the over/under? What's the guesses on how many suplexes we're going to get tonight?
I'll say.
I think we're going to get 7 or 8.
I was gonna say a lot more. I was gonna say like 13 or 14.
I'm gonna guess somewhere between 10 to 15.
Wouldn't it be fucked up if he just did one for each date that he has had so far?
Oh my God.
What is that? That's 31. 1, 2. We'd be here all night long.
Oh yeah.
But I will say the one thing I think that has helped Cena a lot lately. He's been wrestling a little bit more, and his matches have obviously seemed to be getting a lot better. And that's the biggest thing too. Is like the matches have actually been very good, especially the Logan Paul, the Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam, the Sami Zayn one in Chicago. Even though Brock destroyed that one, I don't know. So. Should be a good match, hopefully. And remember, as I said earlier, it's starting off the show. So make sure, as I said, everybody, because people are going to be upset that if they do not got it hooked up and if they miss this match, I'm sure people are going to be mad because who knows how long it's going to be. I really don't truly see Brock going a good 20, 30 minutes. Maybe 15, 17. right around there. I feel like
Yeah,
maybe like a
minutes,
Goldberg.
like
how long Goldberg's match was. So
yeah,
and it should be interesting to see what Brock does next too. Does he continue to feud? Does he go after somebody else? Do we see him maybe go after a returning Gunther if Gunther comes back soon? You know, they were supposed to be having that rumored match, and I don't know. I'm just very interested to see what Brock does. It's kind of still weird, even like talking about Brock Lesnar being back in WWE. I don't know. Like, what year are we in right now? AJ, Punk, Brock, Cena. They're all on the same show. I feel like I'm 12 again. So,
yeah. No, I think we're gonna get another Brock Cena. To be honest, there's no other reason why they brought him
but
back.
what show? Crown Jewel? Or Raw?
Is that the next one after this? Is that the next one after this?
That's the next pay per view. Yeah.
Is Cena gonna be a Crown Jewel?
Yeah, that's what I said. He's gonna be.
That's the Australia one, right?
Yeah, or Perth or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're gonna do Cena versus Brock.
Like I said, he's got this one. He's got WrestlePalooza, Survivor Series, his last date, and then the one in Boston, or his last 5 dates after it's all right. Then he's got one more, I think, because this is, something like that.
Yeah, with everything going on Raw and SmackDown, we'll definitely get Lesnar.
Well, he's done on SmackDowns. He's only going on Raws now because his last SmackDown was in Chicago. They were trying to make that full circle.
I meant with the other angles on Raw and SmackDown.
Oh yeah.
With everything they'll be doing at Crown Jewel, we'll just get Cena and Lesnar again. So I'm gonna go with Lesnar with this one. There's no other reason to have Cena win. There's no point in having him lose the second time. And if he beats Brock, we might not even get a second match unless Brock absolutely destroys him or something after the match. But yeah, Lesnar wins this match. Cena gets a rematch at Crown Jewel.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll see what happens. Shall be interesting to start off the show.
Yeah, that's a very brave decision.
Yeah, I mean, because they also, and you led me right into it before you started anything. This match will be main eventing the show, apparently.
Yeah, because I just saw that. There's rumors saying a couple different dirt sheet sites have been saying that this is supposed to, that the Cody McIntyre match is going to main event tonight.
Makes sense. I mean, I would have had AJ and Punk main event, but it's we'll see the difference in viewership if people tune in or not. I mean, I'm not very excited for Cody versus Drew McIntyre. I think we've seen it before. Have we? Have we seen this match before?
I don't think so.
Not that I can recall.
Not since Cody's return, no. I mean, they were as Cody said last night, they were tag team partners back in the day when Drew was, before he was part of the 3MB and Cody had no knee pads and everything else like that. But I mean, they really, I don't think have had any type of interaction until as of like now. But there's got to be a reason this is the main event. Could Drew be winning?
Drew McIntyre. You got to give it to Drew. He deserves it. He didn't get his. I mean, well, he got his moment, but no crowd. So
he's had two shitty ass moments. As a champion, he had the one in COVID where he beat Brock and nobody was there, and then he beat Big Show. Can't forget they had the impromptu random ass match with Big Show and Drew McIntyre.
Everybody beats Big Show. Big Show sucks.
And he also got screwed at WrestleMania 40 when Damian Priest came out and cashed in. So I think third time's the charm for Mr. Drew McIntyre. And I agree with you. I think Drew's going to win. And I think that's the only reason why this is the main event. Unless obviously something else major and crazy happens, like a Rock appearance or something. But I ain't getting my hopes up for that one. But
no, I'm thinking Cody's going to win on this. But now you got the gears in my head turning. Just as a hypothetical, work with me.
Hey, you gotta say it. I always say you say it because then you never know. And if it's right, we come back and it's here forever on YouTube.
Yeah. I think Cody's going to win, but hypothetically, let's just say for what if Drew wins to take Cody out so that way then Cody can go back to go and finish up his role as Guile in the Street Fighter movie.
But then what? Not defend his championship?
No. Drew's champ. He holds it for however long.
Oh, I misheard you. I thought you meant that Cody retains and then Drew.
Oh, no. I was saying I think Cody is going to win, but I got the gears in my head turning. There's a possibility of what if Drew wins so that way they could write Cody off so he can go back to going and being Colonel Guile in Street Fighter.
Yeah. Yeah, because I saw somebody online saying about, Roman Reigns did it all the time. He didn't defend his title. I was like, well, that's after he fucking beat everybody. Any person who was a contender, he had already ran through. And the only people that wanted a piece of him were the same people: Kevin Owens, Randy Orton. And I was like, come on, man, Roman's already beat. I don't remember Randy Orton, maybe once or twice, but I do remember Kevin Owens coming back over and over and over. Like, dude, back at a line. But Cody hasn't really beat anybody since he beat Cena, right? Or even had a match.
No, he hasn't really done anything.
Yeah.
He did a tag match on SmackDown, and then Drew plowed his head through the table. That was it.
Then maybe we'll get Cody versus Lesnar.
I mean, do we need to do that again? I feel like what Cody and Lesnar did when Cody returned was enough.
I don't know, man. That was pretty solid. Again.
I
mean, come on. They're doing Cena. They're doing Cena and Lesnar again. Why wouldn't they do Cody and Lesnar to appease to ESPN?
That's true, because it was never been on ESPN. I guess we have to think about that too. Now that it's on ESPN, they're getting a whole new audience of people that they're gonna be like that's why Brock and Cena are starting us off on tonight, because
they need to have Stephen A. Smith be able to yell about something. So
yeah, I mean,
you got to remember when they did the deal with Fox, they wanted Lesnar, and what happened? He beat Kofi in 4 seconds.
4 seconds.
Yes or no? Right?
No, yeah. In all fairness,
that was for a reason.
With all fairness, though, Brock is a monster that eats other monsters. What did people expect when that match got announced?
It goes without saying. Brock Lesnar is pro wrestling. Like he wrestles. He has the build you would want a pro wrestler to have. He's intimidating and he's scary as hell. He is the direct polar opposite of Hulk Hogan. In the sense of having the star that is known, that the brand is known for. Back then, wrestling, Hulk Hogan was the person that was tied to the name whenever somebody said wrestling. Now, Brock Lesnar is tied to wrestling more than anybody, in the sense where you ask anyone about wrestling, they'll know who Brock Lesnar is. So I'm sure with this ESPN deal, they wanted Lesnar. They didn't bring Lesnar back for the Cena feud. I think a lot of this Cena tour was probably scheduled to go differently, especially with rushing the face turn and turning Cody versus Cena a face versus face match, because you can't have a heel Cena versus heel Lesnar unless heel Cena calls out Lesnar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know what? That's a very good point about ESPN too, because I mean, like you know that they want the big names, just like Netflix. They wanted the Romans, the Punks, the Rollins.
There you go. See,
they wanted all the stars. That's part of the reason why too. They could be bringing in like the AJ Lees, or we could see a possible Page appearance at some point down the road. Like they're trying to bring as many big name people back and try to make it the biggest show of all time. Like they always say.
Those names they bring back are going to be what makes the difference. As you mentioned, the stars for Raw. They got those stars on Raw for a specific reason, so Netflix gets the wrestling subscribers, the people we're going to see every week. ESPN is only going to be on, once a month, twice a month, and they're going to want Lesnar on there every single time. So now you might not see Lesnar on Raw and SmackDown, or you might see him more often because now he's getting ESPN WWE money, which is probably a whole lot more.
Oh, I'm sure.
So,
it's all about the money, it's all they get. Just like the Saudis, just like WrestleMania.
The ESPN deal wound up bringing in way more than the Peacock deal originally did. And that was locked, and this one's locked in for, I think they said it's somewhere in the billions with a B.
Yeah. So you can expect Lesnar to beat down Cena real good to bring credibility to wrestling. While it's on ESPN, it's going to have people talking like, hey, we missed the event. On top of that, you have Drew McIntyre recapture his championship, and after Lesnar beats Cena, because Crown Jewel isn't till when? In November, right?
No, it's October. November is Survivor Series.
Okay, October what is Crown Jewel?
I'll find it right now.
Because if you don't real quick, if you don't do Cena Lesnar again, you can do Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre in person.
It is October 11th.
Yeah.
And Perth, Australia. So that means So does that mean we're waking up at 3 a.m. for this damn pay-per-view, right? Because that wasn't Australia the one that was the Elimination Chamber a couple years ago, and it was, of course, Jesus.
Yeah,
you know what, Tino? You're gonna wake up to watch it at 3 a.m. and you're gonna like it.
You know what though?
Yeah, because right after that show, I got breakfast, went over to a tattoo shop, and then I got the piece done on my chest right here.
I was about to get so excited. I thought it was on a Sunday. I was going to be like, there's London football that Sunday. I was going to be like, hell yeah, let's do this damn thing. But no, it's on a Saturday, of course. Damn Saturdays.
But yeah, I honestly think Drew's going to take it. It's Drew's time to shine. He deserves it. He deserves a good reign. Give him Brock Lesnar after Cody so Cody can take some time and do his filming. Roman's going to be away for a while. I don't see Brock Lesnar doing anybody else, if not Cena, besides maybe Drew McIntyre if he wins the title, or Cody Rhodes if he retains. But I need Drew McIntyre to win this one, or the brand. Come on, Drew. We're riding with you.
He said for the brand.
For the brand. D-Mac Daddy.
For the brand.
DM Hunk.
DM Hunk. I'm dead.
That's what he said, remember? Come on, Tino. Drew McIntyre said that. He was beefing with Punk. He's like, it's me, DM Hunk. And all the girls,
wow! Still need to get that bored at work shirt just so that way when they call me in for a meeting, I can walk in there with that.
And then Drew's not really a heel. He's a tweener. He's perfect. People love him. He's the fucking perfect troll on the internet. He is known for just how insanely great he is in the ring for a guy of his fucking size. He's still got youth on his side. He's got plenty of years left. Put the rocket back on Drew like in those cricket commercials and let him go fucking off, dude. Give him the championship. He's not, like I said, he's a tweener. He's easy to just make him look like a face. Go run through Lesnar to have his first credible face defense. And, there's only one way to go from here, and that's up. And then Cody comes back after Street Fighter or whatever. We get Drew versus Cody. We can still do Drew versus Orton for the World Championship. Think about that.
Yeah.
So
I still want to see.
There's a lot you can do with Drew. I mean, Cody Rhodes to me has gotten stale, boring as hell. I mean, he still cuts a great promo. The guy's obviously got it, but I'm just bored. I'm bored of it. It's reached John Cena wins LOL levels of boring. But I mean, I maybe that this character just isn't for me, and that's okay. So we'll make it work.
Not for everybody.
So we're all going with Drew, right?
I had my thoughts about what Cody originally thinking it, but now after all this, I got the gears in my head turning. So if I'm gonna go and say I'm switching sides now. I'm gonna say Drew.
Hell yeah, that's right, Tino.
Yeah, I said Drew, especially because it's the main event. They got to do something.
Yeah, it's gonna be an event where people are like, "Oh, you missed it." You want
people to be talking about this show tomorrow and until Monday Night Raw is back on Netflix at 6 p.m. on Monday.
And everyone's going to regret they missed it.
They're loading the deck on this to make this have as much water cooler talk as possible.
And if we don't like it, we're still going to have AAA NXT TNA. So it's all
this
good.
Guy and his I love you, Great Brown Hope, for the AAA all the time. You keep me in. You keep me into it.
It's so much fun, man. It's Tim knows. It's.
Oh God, dude, it's amazing.
Since day one, they've understood Goofy Wrestling for life. The people that go to watch it, they know what they're in for. And now
you got all kinds of stuff. You got everything in it. You got minis. You got Pippolina, you got Psycho Clown, you got Violence, you got all sorts of stuff everywhere. Yeah. It's just
they have the Slim Jim tables now.
Yes, and the Slim Jim tables.
Oh man, but yes, AAA is so much fun to watch. If you guys haven't watched it, check it out. We actually got together for a mixer last time, but if you guys are down, I think there's a AAA event on YouTube. It's kind of like a SmackDown Raw kind of thing, where they just do tours in Mexico City. It's going to be live on YouTube, I think, next Saturday. If you guys want to get together and do a mixer or something, we'll do it again. We'll bring in a Shady, too, and we'll rock our Latino shirts.
Isn't No Mercy next week, too?
Yeah, No Mercy. Because it's Tuesday.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because Hanson said
NXT.
Comments.
NXT No Mercy, right?
Yeah. He's like, wait a second. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you go in the comments, Hanson brought it up, saying that Tuesday's the go-home for No Mercy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Forget about that. Pay-per-view week once again, everybody. Let's run it back.
Let's do it. All right. Let's we got a couple minutes left. Let's go with the last show. CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. Tino?
I mean, come on. Who do you think I'm gonna say is gonna win? I mean, I think that there is a possibility that Seth and Becky win, but I just don't see AJ Lee losing her first match back after 7.5 years. I think obviously we've seen her be training still. She's been part of heels. She's done stuff throughout the years, and obviously having her be in a tag team match in her first match back is, a good way to ease her in, because I've talked about it, and I just did an episode on the channel where I talked about how AJ Lee's 1 year run up and coming will go. And I think we're going to see her and Becky Lynch in a singles match, most likely at Crown Jewel or at the next show or whatever event that they want to have and everything. And I think that AJ is going to have a good show, and I think Seth and Punk will definitely carry the match, and they're going to, like I said, lean her into it and ease her out. But I do think AJ Lee will get the win and show the Black Widow in the middle of the ring, kind of like she did back at WrestleMania 30. I forgot who she tapped out, if it was Naomi or Nikki or one of the Bella twins, but I think that's exactly how we're going to do it. And AJ and CM Punk going to be lighting it up and skipping around the ring. Maybe AJ.
Oh, we're lighting it up, all right.
I mean,
I
thought
Spark joy now.
What they should have
done. Joy anytime someone says light it up.
Light it up. Hey, light it up. Light up the vitamins. But I said it too. Like, it would have been so cool just to have it, and even if Seth and Becky did win, to have this kind of beef for both titles. We've seen it happen before, where I think it was like Edge and Kelly against Dolph Ziggler and Lay Cool or something like that, where both titles were on the line, and Kelly could have won the world title. So that was just a cool stipulation. But I mean, the fact that it's not, I think that Punk and AJ are going to win. And
it's actually funny you mentioned that, because on the most recent BWO predictions blog that we just dropped on Main Event Wrestling Network yesterday, when I talked about this match, I mentioned that there is with the way this story goes, with how real this rivalry is, you don't have to do singles matches for titles. You can do a winner takes all mixed tag match, but you have to have a reason to get there. And while you can have AJ lose her first match, you actually can, because what I wrote was that Seth Rollins and Becky would get Punk tied between the ropes, and Rollins curb stomps AJ Lee. That way, it's not AJ losing to Becky in a sense. It's AJ losing because Seth Rollins is a jerk and he curb stomped her, and the crowd goes nuts over it. And they still manage to get the win. And to add insult to injury, either Becky pins her or makes her tap out.
That's a good point too, and I could definitely see
it's a terrible submission hold. This armor, it's just terrible.
Said that this armor is, and that's the thing too. I think we are definitely going to see a Becky take a bump from Punk and AJ maybe take a bump from Seth, and I think like, and that's the thing too. Like, even though this isn't main eventing, and I kind of wish it was, because the fact that AJ Lee hasn't been around in so long, and I'm sure you guys have talked about it, the fact that there wasn't like the Royal Rumbles, the Elimination Chambers, the titles, the matches, the main events. The women were getting 5 minutes when AJ Lee was here. So I'm very interested, and I'm excited to see what happens when they give her like 20, 25 minutes, and they expect, and that's why I'm excited to see like a singles match, because I'm like I said, it's so cool to see now all the things that have happened in all these years, and now AJ has a whole nother list of stuff to be able to cross off, and and thankfully this isn't just a one-off match, and she signed a couple-year deal to be here, because I think she's going to compete in all the big matches, and should be exciting.
Yeah, because I mean, you could even see
definitely on Punk and AJ getting the win, and I'm thinking that this might lead to a match between AJ and Becky down the line at maybe even WrestleMania, since it's going to be the first Mania on ESPN. So if you think they're loading up the deck now, just wait a few months, wait until April, because man, they're going to be like dropping a cannon. It's going to be like using a cannon to get rid of a fly.
That's a good point too. Tim, you mentioned WrestleMania. Do we have to spend $30 a night? Or is it $30 for both nights? That's going to be a very good question during WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Survivor, well, all these shows that are now 2 nights. Because I am not paying. If I spend $60, like that's gonna become bullshit. Come on, you want me to pay $30 a night? No.
It says $30 per month, doesn't it?
Huh?
It said $30 per month.
It did, but that doesn't mean that they can't change it or they can't try to charge us. Because I just tried to sign in on my TV, and it's trying to charge me $30 when I have ESPN. So
even if it is $30, you got to think about the fact that even in 2001, I remember for WrestleMania 17, it was $49.99 for the basic version.
It's funny that you say that too, because that was the first WrestleMania I watched, and at the time my cousins were watching, and my cousins got the money together to buy it, and you know it's kind of crazy that like all the way back then, 24 years ago, it was.
Yeah, we used to throw wrestling parties like back then when it was like when I was about 15, 16, we used to throw wrestling parties. Everybody chipped in $5, $10. We got a bunch of pizzas, a Little Caesars, a bunch of cheap sodas, some Shastas. You know Shasta.
Oh yeah.
Never
fails. Better get the Fago.
It wasn't this big, but I would literally have something like this in my house, and when people would walk in, I would have them throw like $5, $10 in because we'd get the show, we'd get a giant pizza, we'd get some drinks, and we call it a day. And that's just the way you had to do it. So you know,
exactly.
Had to have parties.
And then the year after, that's when they started having. I don't think they called it HD before. They had a different word for it before HD.
Standard definition.
I think it was no. Because you would get the regular version. The year after for WrestleMania 18, it was $59.99 for just a pay-per-view, and to get the upgraded version, I'll just I'll call it higher definition for now. It was $80. To get, and it wasn't even HD yet. Just if you had like those giant box TVs, you remember those, right, Tim?
Yeah.
It was like a square TV, like a giant big, and everybody was like, "Mine is bigger than yours." Like, no, mine's bigger. And now they're fucking
big giant flat screens.
I mean, no, they were. But you could go watch this in the movie theaters if you wanted.
The rectangular ones, the big long ones. They had like the Cuban
those ones.
The ones that you could only get at like Radio Shack or something, but they were like $1,500. Remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah, those were the kind that people would fight over. Like, and now they're completely fucking irrelevant. Like, you don't even find them in train tracks or the dump anymore. Like, they're just gone, obsolete. They were just deleted from existence. But that's what we used to watch WrestleMania on. Whoever had the biggest TV, and then even on higher definition, it would still be a little grainy, or I guess what it's called now, frames by seconds, wasn't as kept up with the audio. So all the blessings that we have now, for $30, even if they said $30 each night, I'll fucking pay that amount. Fuck it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like $30 is definitely better than 80, because if you think about inflation and all that other shit that goes into account, we'd be paying about $150 per pay-per-view.
Right. I broke it down back with the WWE Network when they were doing $9.99. That came out to roughly about like maybe 3 cents a day, right?
Yeah.
So even if we had a crappy ass pay-per-view on the WWE Network, when you break it down, 3 cents a day, you can't really make that much of an argument.
Yeah, we got a lot more than what we paid for, and then you had the streaming library, and you got to watch NXT on Tuesday for free live. All the PLEs
I think
were free.
That's the one thing is like if ESPN does, because obviously the Peacock deal ends at the end of or beginning of 2026. So if they get the library and everything and add the stuff, I think that would be definitely worth it too. Because then people don't have to have Peacock if you don't watch Peacock. Like I do personally, because I watch a lot of other shows like the Chicago shows and Law and Orders and stuff. So I obviously keep Peacock, but then it'd make it worth it. I feel like if they add the library, depending on where it goes after the Peacock deal is up, and also the NXT pay-per-views too. You mentioned that too, because so I don't know. Should be interesting, but I think it all just has to do with how tonight goes and the numbers and the buy rate or whatever the hell Triple H talks about on the post shows all the time.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. But yeah,
I'm interested to see. Where do you guys think this match is out at now? If Cena's opening and Drew and Cody, is it going to be right in the middle? Is it going to be the Cody? I wonder where they put this, because you got to put it in a good spot that people aren't tired. You know what I mean? You can't put it after a big match because
this is going to be second to last.
So I don't know. That's the one thing. I do feel like it's going to be after the Io Sky Stephanie match because I feel like that's the match people are like least excited for.
That'll probably be third. The second match is going to be Usos and the Breakers. And the Brownies.
The Breakers. I like that. Yeah. The Breakers. Well, yeah.
Yeah, the Breakers sounds better.
Gotta love them. There you go. I think we covered the show, guys.
Yeah. So who'd you guys pick? I got Rollins and Becky.
I took Punk and AJ.
I'm saying Punk and AJ.
All right. Cool. That pretty much covers everything. Yeah.
You are the honorary
Who?
You are the Vision.
Why? Why am I the Vision? I don't even like the Vision. I honestly prefer Bronson Reed with Solo Sikoa. He fits so well with Bloodline 2.0.
I'm fucking dead.
What? Bronson Reed is from Bloodline 2.0. He was there. He was holding up the one. And every time they were introduced, it wasn't Bloodline and Bronson Reed. They would say, the Bloodline. So he was Bloodline 2.0, and he went through hell and high water to put it down for Solo Sikoa. He was a perfect fit for that group. If they kept that group together and you added JC Shazay Mateo, and you add in Talatonga, that's just fucking insane, man. Imagine having that kind of a beast of a unit behind you. All those people.
Them dudes walking into a bar.
Yeah, like, and that's what you need it for Solo Sikoa. Like, you need that aura. Like, this guy is the shit. He's the mob boss, which he is.
Yeah. Oh. It's like what Booker said with the airport test. You see them, you're just like, okay, those are dudes you do not want to fuck with. I'm going to just go and walk over here now.
Yeah. So, and then you can have more than one tribal chief. All right. It's okay, guys. I acknowledge both of my tribal chiefs. All right. Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns, I acknowledge both my tribal chiefs.
I don't know about that one. Whatever,
Tino. I didn't ask you.
All right. Great Brown Hope, you and I are going to have some beef eventually, man. Me and you are going to be fighting like Kyle back in the basement. Kyle is the referee. Bet.
Well, we'll book a match.
Strong hand.
I'm probably like 240, 245, 6'1.5". I can take it. I can take you.
I got the claw. You're
I ain't scared, Tino. I am not scared, Tino.
You better be. We don't want none of this.
The day I'm scared of a White Sox fan is the day I respect Rey Mysterio.
Oh!
Listen, where did the White Sox have to come into this? This isn't even a baseball podcast.
I believe the
podcast.
Shit, baseball. So, hey, they did just mention my baseball podcast on the White Sox pregame show earlier this week, so that was pretty cool.
Nice. And they still lost.
I hate you. I'm done. Kyle, end the show. I'm going back to work.
I think Kyle's busy at the moment. Oh,
I know.
God, my ribs are hurting.
Kyle, if you guys looked on X, Kyle just met Sam Roberts. So not Sam and Kyle, the collab we didn't know we needed.
Damn, that's nice.
Out here doing the big things right now.
Hell yeah. No, yeah. Shout out to Mr. OTM for coming out and helping us put the stream together last minute.
Thank God, because I've been doing this since 8 a.m. I've been trying to figure it out. Well, I went all the way back to the 24-hour marathon to try to find the password because the password was not working. I spent 20 minutes going all the way back to May in the group chat. Man. You guys, how much do we talk in that damn group chat? That was a lot. My finger hurts.
Yeah.
Oh,
long ass group chat.
Gotta love it.
And then we're always adding people too. But yeah, I mean, don't forget, you guys, subscribe to us here. How many followers from 200?
Four away until we hit 200, and there's a bunch of giveaways, and I've thrown my hat into that. I know the IW Guide has J Gold, all of them, so they need to hit that subscribe button. If they have double check, triple check on Tino's time, I'm sure if there are some people watching, I bet you at least one of you has not subscribed to the main event. I already subscribed on both of your accounts.
Make them known, Tino. But yeah, just make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on X, Facebook, Instagram.
If you're
don't miss out anything we've got going on. You know, we've got the Wrestling Junkies with us. The On the Mark.
Where's Mr. Cincinnati?
I think Mr. Cincinnati is probably in Cincinnati. And we got Sam's on Wrestling, the WrestleHolics. Shout out to the WrestleHolics. Let's help get them to 100 followers, 100 subscribers on YouTube if you guys haven't done so yet. We got Vicious Rants. We got Tino's Time. We've got the blog.
Now I just feel bad saying to help me get to 4,000. We're trying to get to 100 and 200 on others.
Oops. You need to get all your subscribers and subscribe to us.
Dude, I barely got 750. Okay, so trust me, and that it's all gravy.
Little by little, we get there. We need to get rated by like a Tom Grassi or something like that, where a bunch of his people come into the chat and subscribe. That's what happened to me one time. I was at like 400, and all of a sudden he came in.
I was telling Sam Roberts to subscribe.
There you go. Sam Roberts on the Main Event Network episode. Let's do it. Or an OTM. Bet. Kyle, set it up.
He shows up and he's like, what the hell did I sign up for?
He's like, oh no.
Who are you people?
Like, what did I sign up for? This is not what Kyle said.
All right. I'll go ahead and let you guys go. But before we do, I'll give you guys a second to go ahead and shamelessly plug all your endeavors. Tino, floor is yours.
Well, you guys know, we're live all the time, Marathon Man over here. We will be live at 4 or 5, whenever the show begins. We'll figure it out. They are also having a Road to WrestlePalooza starting at 2 p.m. for people if they are just trying to watch something kind of like what AEW does. But yes, I will be live for WrestlePalooza. We're trying to figure out what football game to be live for tomorrow. I haven't figured that out yet. But Tino's Time everywhere, as I said, on the road to 3,200 exactly. But always, we're trying to get there little by little. So if you guys have not yet, and if you like wrestling and you want to see somebody that's live all the time, you know where to find me, Tino's Time. So I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out and having me be a part of another mixer.
Of course.
And thank God we figured it out because technology and StreamYard is irritating. Also, shout out to Ian, because we got to give Ian some credit because Ian sends you guys the StreamYard link, and shout out to Ian.
Yeah, shout out to Ian too. See, on the Mark Wrestling Podcast, working overtime on the weekend.
Yep, full-time, part-time.
This is why they had us clock in, so they didn't have to work, and they still have to
exactly. Work. We got it. Oh, yeah. See you at 5, whenever the show begins.
Last words? Last wishes?
I'm out there on Twitter, Tim Vicious, pretty much any kind of social media. You look for Tim Vicious, 99% chance it's me. The only thing I can honestly say I don't have is I don't have a TikTok. I'm too old to understand that crap. My YouTube, Tim23Vicious. I put out Vicious Rants every Tuesday. I got a whole ton of random shorts I put out just for laughs, fun. I like to have fun. I like to joke. I like to do all kinds of put up all kinds of random stuff. I wound up finding footage yesterday and I dropped it on my page. Trailer for George Romero's daughter. She's making a zombie comedy movie for drag queens fighting zombies. So I put that on my page.
Nice.
Nice. So it was just like, okay, well, hey, why not?
Oh, we always got a little something. Hell yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, I've got nothing much going on, but soon, I think in a week or 2 or 3 or so, we will be having episode 4 of TGBH with TGBH. It will be the 4 Loco episode. It will be the premiere episode. Well, because what I'm going to do now is every 4th episode is going to be a 4 Loco episode. So, the 4th one, the 14th, the 24th, blah, blah, blah.
Are you sending us free 4 Locos?
Yes, and I will be having the first ever 4 Loco drinking game live on the air every 4th episode. It'll be tied into wrestling.
I'll watch.
So it'll be like a nice little fun thing to watch while we're drinking and talking wrestling. But it's going to be like a quick, I ask a question, the person answers it. They either drink or they don't drink kind of thing. So it's going to be interesting. We've got episode 2 of the Hobby Hour coming soon. I'm going to be working with Tucky from the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast. Hey,
man, I want to see Tucky's collection.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. So we've got coming down the pipe. Other than that, that's everything, fellas. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Enjoy the show. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Main Event Mixer, episode 31. Great Brown Hope, Tim Vicious, Tino, we are out.
See you for episode 32.
Yes.
deuces. Okay, bye bye.
I press end stream twice. And we're still live.